and hello. You all look emotionally hydrated. Good for you. I am dealing with a real brain teaser. I woke up this morning and looked in the mirror and realized to my horror, men have clearly stopped evolving completely. Men are extraordinary. We built civilizations, invented jazz, split the atom, and yet I still walk up to women in supermarkets asking where the onions are. Instead of saying, hello, I'm Greg. Don't judge, I panic. Because men are not sophisticated creatures. We are raccoons with bank accounts. Everything we know emotionally is just confidence layered over confusion. Women evolve. Men simply age like abandoned yogurt. And nowhere is this clearer than dating. At 20, women want danger, chaos, a mysterious boy with sad eyes and the upper body strength of a chimney sweep. At 20, I tried being mysterious. Turns out, if you stare silently into the distance long enough, people just assume you're concussed. Young women love emotionally unavailable men. Which is lucky, because emotionally unavailable is the factory default setting for all men. Don't blame us. At 20, I had nothing. No money, no direction, one saucepan. I used to own a chair that folded emotionally before I did, but women at 20 see a broken man and think, I can heal him. No, you can't. If a man owns 3 guitars and 1 fork, he is not finding himself. He is surviving badly. By 30, women stop wanting poetry. Because eventually you realize sonnets do not pay for orthodontics. Now they want reliability, stability. A man who understands banking and savings. At 30, the sexiest thing a man can say is, I booked the appointment. I once booked a dentist appointment so efficiently, the receptionist sounded slightly aroused, so I called back, canceled, and rescheduled. Women in their 30s want emotional maturity, which means during arguments you remain present instead of wandering into another room muttering, well, apparently I'm the villain now. Men think they're calm during conflict. We're not calm. We're buffering. By 40, women become impossible to fool. They develop this terrifying emotional sonar. A woman in her 40s can hear a man say, I'm just tired, and immediately know he's lying or he bought something stupid, and emotionally, he's a moron. At 40, confidence stops working. You can't do the cha-cha anymore because your knees make a maraca sound every time you move. I threw my back out sneezing recently. That's not masculinity. That's a haunted bookshelf. Women at 40 want peace, not excitement, not mystery. Peace. A man who can quietly make tea without behaving like a cat trapped in cookware. The sexiest thing now is competence. You fix a cupboard hinge, and suddenly you're the Duke of Stability. By 50, women have transcended nonsense entirely. They no longer want to fix men. They barely want men in the house. At 50, romance becomes incredibly practical. Do you sleep through the night? Can you digest bread? Do you make weird noises near yogurt? That's intimacy. A romantic weekend away at 50 is just 2 people standing in a hotel room saying, oh, proper pillows. And honestly, fair. Because by this stage, men are physically deteriorating in deeply humiliating ways. I sat on the floor recently and had to plan my return. That's where I am now. Not standing up, returning. By 70, attraction becomes purely structural. Can he drive after dark? Can he open jars? Can he survive soup? At 70, the ideal man is basically a functioning staircase. And honestly, women deserve enormous credit because men are exhausting. We spend our 20s pretending to be dangerous, our 30s pretending to be successful, our 40s pretending to be emotionally available, and our 50s pretending we still understand QR codes. I scanned a menu recently and accidentally donated $14 to a donkey sanctuary, which is fine. Those donkeys are probably more emotionally available than I am. That's the tragedy. Women emotionally evolve. Men just slowly become orangutans with opinions. So I've stopped trying to understand women. I can barely operate a fitted sheet. A fitted sheet is just fabric openly mocking you. You finally corner one end and another end escapes, like the thing is possessed by malicious ghosts. So, gentlemen, after years of research, failure, confusion, and one emotionally devastating trip to IKEA, I have managed to come up with the only phrases a man truly needs when interacting with any woman at any age. They are as follows. 1. Yes, dear. 2. I understand. 3. You were right. And 4. Here's my credit card. These powerful phrases are ancient survival language. Use them wisely. But if a woman ever looks at you with absolute stillness and says, I'm fine, don't investigate. That is not a sentence. That is the trailer for a disaster film coming this summer starring you. So whatever you do, just run. So you see, ladies, we are clearly unevolved. Thanks for putting up with us.